This is the scariest place in the universe by Kurzgesagt in a nutshell. Make sure you subscribe. We're gonna get into this.
The vast majority of the cosmos is voids. Gigantic, unfathomably large spaces of empty nothingness. Bubbles of eternal night stretching hundreds of millions of light years, almost entirely devoid of galaxies, stars, or light. The loneliest places in existence. Voids are not just the absence of stuff, but weird worlds of darkness that are growing, drifting, colliding, and merging with each other. Inside them, space itself is stretched violently, and it's almost impossible to enter them. Simply put, voids are weird and scary. But
You don't say. You don't fucking say. Alright, so I'm assuming that these voids are not blind spots. I'm assuming these are not satellite blind spots. I'm assuming we have actual evidence that there is literally nothing here. Or do we? I don't even know, bro. Because, like, do we have, like, any robots or satellites in these regions at all? And if we do, and they have a camera on them, which they probably most likely do as well, you just see nothing? You just see nothing? You just see a bunch of darkness?
they sculpt the entire universe and may ultimately decide its fate. Today, we know of over 8,000 voids and supervoids, and we keep discovering more. No matter how large a cluster or supercluster of galaxies gets, there always seems to be an even larger void nearby. Let's jump off the cosmic cliff and drop into the heart of cosmic nothingness. The loneliest place in the universe. You're zooming away from Earth at thousands of times the speed of light, leaving our solar system and our solar neighborhood behind. Now we see the entire Milky Way with its 200 billion stars and dozens of dwarf galaxies zipping around it.
Yeah.
2.5 million light years away on a collision course is giant Andromeda, and it's
2.5 million light years. And the speed of light is supposedly the fastest, I don't know, the fastest way of travel that we know about. 2.5 million years to the next galaxy? Like, are we serious? Because, like, here's the thing, bro. There are hundreds of galaxies. As you can clearly see here, there's a ton of them, okay? Now, on screen, they're countable, but in real life, they probably aren't. And you're telling me the closest one is still 2.5 million light years away. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, this is insane.
swarm of satellite galaxies. We're now moving 1 million times faster than the speed of light, seeing the local group of over 50 galaxies woven together by gravity, rivers of gas, and invisible scaffolds of dark matter. This is our pocket of the universe, 10 million light years across. No human will ever leave it, except for you, apparently.
What do you mean by
As
that?
we zoom away even faster, we see the Virgo supercluster,
Wait, what do you mean by that? Wait, what do you mean except for you, apparently? Wait, I don't get that. Is he like saying that because I'm watching this video that I'm technically traveling out? I don't know, maybe.
colossal wall of more than 2,000 galaxies spread
Also,
over
actually, interesting question. Do you guys think, because he said no human will ever leave the local group, do you guys think so? Because I'm a bit skeptical to that. I absolutely believe with how power hungry we are and how much fucking progress we made already, and considering, you know, the benefits of our planet and, you know, how we can extract energy from Earth, I think we could do it 100%. But it's gonna take a fucking while, okay? That's not what I'm saying. It's probably gonna take a few millions of years. Yeah, we just gotta make sure that we don't nuke each other to death, and I think we got it, bro. I think we can explore, you know, this little star right here. Like, I do think so.
for roughly 100 million light years. Careful now, you're right on the edge of the cosmic cliff where the true deep darkness begins. The local void, a gigantic empty bubble 200 million light-years across. If it was a bright thing and not absolute darkness, it would fill 40% of the night sky we see from Earth. All around us are dozens of such superclusters and gigantic voids filled with suffocating.
Okay, so let me get this straight. The Milky Way, basically our galaxy, by the way, like, I don't think you understand just how big our galaxy is, okay? But no, our galaxy is not even visible, all right? It's just, you've just drawn a line and shown us where our galaxy is. And this is one of the smaller voids in the area, just complete darkness. Yeah, no, there's definitely something living in these voids. Yeah, no, there's definitely something living in there, bro. I swear to God, if it's complete darkness and we can't see and we don't have any satellites here, 100% there is some kind of space worm in there. I swear to God.
Emptiness. You're now traveling towards the greatest and emptiest nothing in existence, right into the center of the Boötes supervoid. A cosmic desert around 300 million light-years wide.
Okay, bro.
So gigantic it should contain thousands of galaxies. But instead, what do you see? You're surrounded by perfect darkness, the most absolute blackness the human mind can conceive. There is no up or down, no motion, nothing to orient yourself. There's not a single sign that the outside...
Basically, the devs forgot to add updates into this space. So they're just working on this, is basically what you're saying. Except, you can go here. Theoretically. I mean, we can't go there, but we could physically go there if we had the technology. Actually, interesting question. Would you rather go and travel to the center of the, what was it called, the Boötes void, the Boötes fucking supercluster thingy, or the Mariana Trench? Because listen, for some that question might be obvious. Some would obviously stay on Earth and explore the Mariana Trench, but some people would honestly probably be here, considering the fact that the ocean's scary too. But I'm assuming a lot of you guys are picking the Mariana Trench.
Universe.
I personally am picking the Mariana Trench as well, because right here, there's, depending on what technology you have, there's no escape in this. Like, you're gonna be stuck in here forever.
To even exists. It's an inescapable prison. And this isn't some exotic corner of the cosmos. This is how the vast majority of the universe feels to human eyes. Just silent blackness without any movement. Everywhere, forever. Although there is something mysterious hiding in the dark, faint.
You could have ended the video there. I would have been satisfied. I don't want to know what kind of things are hiding here. I don't. As crazy as that may sound, I really don't. I really don't need to know anything else. Oh, shit. We're not even halfway through. Okay. So there is something hiding in this void. Alright.
Tendrils of dark matter, penetrating into the void like cosmic light.
I've heard about this.
A miniature echo of the much larger forest of dark matter filaments that forms the scaffold of galaxies and galaxy clusters outside the void. And at their tips, we find faint bluish specks in the ocean of darkness. Void galaxies, lonely fireflies, unable to light up the night. The rarest galaxies we know, very isolated, very lonely. A universe of bubbles. Before we could look deep into space, astronomers thought we lived in a uniform cosmos with galaxies spread out evenly. But instead, we found that galaxies, cosmic gas, and dark matter were arranged into a vast cosmic web. A recurring pattern of sheets and filaments organized around enormous empty gaps, meeting at dense knots with galaxy clusters and superclusters. But this structure is not static. It just seems to be because the distances between galaxies are so incredibly vast. In reality, galaxies shoot through space at speeds of millions of kilometers per hour. They're on collision courses, orbiting each other, moving towards the center of larger galaxy clusters millions of light years away. But they always seem to stick to the rims of voids like reflections of light on soap bubbles, which is kind of weird. If they're this dynamic, shouldn't a galaxy shoot into a void occasionally? Well, voids are actually extremely hard to enter for galaxies from the outside, at least naturally, because gravity becomes weird at their edges and even weirder deeper inside them. If you
What?
didn't know better, you might think voids spit out anything trying to get inside, pushing galaxies to the edge. The way gravity works is that everything with mass in the universe attracts every other thing with mass. And since there's almost no mass inside, the cosmic web of galaxy superclusters on their edges are pulling things out of voids. The emptier a void is, the harder gravity is pulling on what remains. It's really like a tug of war where one side isn't even trying. Over time, voids are really only getting even emptier, and the walls and knots around them denser.
Wait, okay, so I'm assuming that these like white galaxies pull in the galaxies from the void? Or is it the other way around? Because he said it's like a tug of war without one side even trying. And I didn't really get which one was tugging on them or not. Wait, hold on, let me rewind real quick.
It's really like a tug of war where one side isn't even trying. Over time, voids are really only getting even emptier, and
So the voids are getting emptier. That must mean that the things that are in the voids get pulled towards this web-like structure, bro. What? So it's actually like, so in a way, it's kind of supposed to be like this? It's kind of supposed to look like a web?
the
Is what you're
walls
saying?
and knots around them denser and brighter. Would it be hard to fly into a cosmic void with a spaceship? Well, not technically. The hardest part is escaping the gravity of your home galaxy. It also doesn't make much sense because what exactly do you want to visit inside a void?
True.
It makes sense to fly into a void if you want to hide, like really, really hide. But what cosmic horror would be scary enough for a civilization to try to escape into a cosmic void?
Come on, man. What kind of question is that? What kind of cosmic horror? Oh, I don't know. Any cosmic horror? Like, dude, okay. Once again, I know some of you guys don't think that there's any other life in the entire universe. I'm telling you right now, that is not a thing. That is not a thing. According to scientists, the universe is, considering its circumstances, the universe is relatively new. I don't know how they find this stuff out, but like that's what I've heard. And because of that, they think that we humans are one of the first like advanced creatures to be in the universe, like to roam in the universe. And over time there's just going to be like more and more creatures like evolving from like random events, because like Earth was also created through a random event, right? Like, wasn't it a burning rock and then like gas came out and it started raining and it was like the perfect temperature for rain and life, and like that's a random creation. So other random creations are probably happening throughout this insanely big universe, and yeah, like who knows what kind of fucking cosmic horrors could fucking exist out of that, you know? Like, come on, bro. But now we know the void's a good hiding place for whatever the hell is chasing us.
Galaxies in the crowded cluster regions like our Milky Way are very active. Since its neighbor's gravity tugs and pulls at it, they collide and merge. Void galaxies are so isolated that they're aging in slow motion. They tend to be smaller, bluer, and full of gas, birthing new stars slower and calmer. So void galaxies could be the last places that will stay habitable in our dying universe. The last star in the universe will likely be born here. So maybe in 100 trillion years or so, a desperate alien race will embark on an impossible journey to stretch their existence just a bit longer inside a void galaxy. There's one more thing that makes voids unique places: dark energy, the mysterious force that most scientists think is accelerating the expansion of the universe and will ultimately cause its demise. We can't see dark energy do anything inside our galaxy or inside clusters because there's too much stuff putting things together via gravity, but we can see its effects inside voids. Here, dark energy blows up the bubbles of nothing. This is where the acceleration of cosmic expansion becomes visible. As voids are getting larger and larger, they're breaking the structure of the universe. The beautiful galaxy filaments are slowly being ripped apart.
Wait! So is he saying that eventually all of these, like, things, all of these galaxies will fucking disappear? Because the void is just expanding? So, wait, how the fuck does that make sense, bro? In that case, how the hell was the universe created in the first place? Maybe it started off as this void and then... What am I even talking about? What am I even talking about? I'm talking like I know this stuff. I'm talking like I know what created the universe, bro. Let's just move on. Like, what am I even doing?
As the emptiness encroaches, walls of thousands of galaxies are thinned out and pulled towards the edges, attracted by much denser regions at the margins, giving space to the emptiness of two void bubbles becoming one. In the far, far future, supervoids will take over the observable universe, crushing clusters and expanding further and further until the entire observable universe is nothing more than a gigantic void of nothingness, the loneliest place in existence. Let's head...
Alright, I'm gonna pause before an ad. Okay, no. Okay, this makes no sense, bro, because how can the universe be dying when scientists also claim that the universe was just born, you know? That's like, you know, a baby just being born and then it immediately gets a disease and it starts dying. Like, bro, this makes no sense. Genuinely, this makes no sense. Like, I would understand if, like, if the galaxies merged into bigger galaxies, meaning that there would be bigger voids, but also, like, bigger galaxies. But it seems like he's saying that every single, like, thing that isn't void will just be fucking erased. Like, my dude, how's that even... Yeah, I mean, once again, I'm not gonna sit here and attempt to understand what's going on here, because I am not a scientist, I'm not a biologist, I'm not anything. But, you know, I really like watching these kinds of videos. They're very interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, they're kind of terrifying too, because, like, yeah, I mean, I guess we'll all be gone in due time. But luckily, that's not my concern, okay? I don't really have to worry about this. I will only live for a certain amount of time. But anyways, make sure that you subscribe to Kurskis Act, and that's your video, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you in the next one. Peace!